doing? I know that it has been such a long time that I've done a video, but I am here now. And what I have for you guys today is a Puerto Rican dish, so I know there's going to be so many people that are not even going to try it. Also, it's an acquired taste, okay? But for us Puerto Ricans, we love it, especially for the holidays. So what I will be making is Guineito en Escabeche, meaning pickled green bananas. So let's get to the ingredients. Okay, so the ingredients, of course, are going to be green bananas. I have 2, 4, 6, 8 bananas. We're going to need salt and pepper. This is going to be to taste, but I tell you the amount I use. We're going to use a 1/4 cup of milk, whether it's full blown milk or 2%. We're going to use about a 1/4 cup of not garlic, what is this? Vinegar. I have it out here because I didn't measure it out because I'm going to use this for other stuff. And then we need olive oil. I'm using 2 cloves of garlic, which I'm going to mash. You can use 3 small ones, 1 big one, 1 little one, however much garlic you like. I'm going to use a whole small onion. We're going to cut these in half moons. And we're going to use 3 bay leaves. I have a big one and 2 like medium-sized ones. Use how many you like. Oh, guess what I forgot? Also, we are going to use green olives, stuffed green olives. You don't want nothing with a pit in it. You want to break a molar or something. And then we're also going to use the red roasted pimientos, red peppers. So, the first thing we're going to do, guys, I'm going to get a bag so that I can get rid of all the junk first. Hey guys, I'm back. We're going to detach these from each other. If you hear little noises in the back, it's Daisy. Daisy is not doing good, guys. She's already really old, and the doctor says she has cataracts, so she doesn't see very well. She has arthritis, so she's in pain. She fell off her little bed that's already on the floor and hurt her little paw. Like, she's all over the place. She's a hot mess. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these and I'm going to cut both ends. Don't forget to take off your sticker. I have made the mistake of leaving on mine, which is not a biggie because, okay, then you want to make a small slit all the way down. You do not want to go deeper than what it is here because you don't want your banana to break in half, okay? So I'm going to do this for each and every one of them. Like I said, this is an acquired taste. Not everybody likes them. So the people that I've run into them or talk about them, yeah, they do like them. But they do say it is an acquired taste because since it is pickled, it is a little soury. If you want, you can use gloves to do this part because this has like a little sap, a little bit of liquid that comes out of it. And it's really sticky and it stains your fingers. So you're going to look like a mechanic when you stain them, you know? But yes, how has everybody been? I've missed recording, but let me tell you, I've gotten really lazy about it because it's hard that you have to record, move the camera, the angles, the editing by yourself. It's just a lot. It is for me. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of that Thanksgiving video that I did put out. Just so you know, I will not be recording a Christmas video because we're actually not going to have a Christmas this year. We didn't do a Secret Santa. It was going to be for Thanksgiving. Everybody totally forgot about it, and then everybody just said we can just do Christmas with our own families, and I agree. We'll take a break. I mean, it's going to be different because we're used to doing it yearly, but we'll see what happens. At the end of the day, people might come together again. Oh, did I tell you? Oh, I did mention the 1/4 cup of milk, but let me explain to you why. We're going to wash these, rinse these really good. We're going to put them to boil with 2 tablespoons of salt. It needs to be a little bit salty. And we're adding the milk to it when it's boiling so that your bananas don't turn out black. They will have a nice natural color instead of being extra dark because of the liquid or the sap that's in them, okay? But let me get my pot and let me show you. Okay, so got my faithful pot. Now I'm going to put all of my bananas in here. I'm going to give them a good rinse. Sorry. Little garbage. Oh. good. Just to rinse. I know some of them still have the label on it, but it was hard for me to take off. Oh, I think I saw one. Here we go. Yeah, it's kind of hard to put. I don't know what they put it on here with, but it was stickier than the other ones because all of them had a tag. Somebody had fun today and tagged every one of them. But okay, so just that. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Give it a good rinse. Bring out the water. And what I'm gonna do is fill up the water enough to cover the bananas. And we're adding 2.5 tablespoons, okay? That's what I'm using, 2.5 tablespoons. This is what it looks like, okay? I'm gonna put a lid on it and I'm gonna cook this. I will tell you how long it took because you want your green bananas to be tender, but they can't be extra soft because they're just gonna fall apart when you start mixing the stuff, okay? Okay, so I have my pot, my flames on high. I'm gonna put a lid on it and I'm looking for 15 minutes first and then I'll check them after 15 minutes after they've come to a hard boil, okay? So 15 minutes we'll check, but meanwhile this is happening, we'll chop up our other veggies and start making the pickled marinade for the green bananas. Okay, so I'm gonna use my pesto, this is so heavy, the pesto and mortar for my garlic. I do have one of those microplane, but I'm not gonna look at it now, so I'm just gonna do it in here. I'm just gonna pound this until it's a paste that you already know. And then these are already roasted and soft, so I'm just gonna cut these into slivers. But let's get into this onion. Hey guys. So, how has everybody been? As most of you know, our princess was already born. She's already a month and a few days. She's a month and almost 2 weeks now. But yeah, she's here. Guess what? She's such a good baby. She is not a crier. The only time she will ever cry is for a bottle, for feeding, and that's it. Other than that, you don't ever hear her. It was almost a month since before I even heard her cry once. That's how good she is. So these guys, we are going to slice them thin. We don't like this to be thick in our stewed bananas. So yes, make them nice and thin. If you like more onions, go ahead. But like I said, I'm only making. You can double the portion to make more. Like if you're having a family gathering, which this is what this is for. But I'm doing it before Christmas because Lacey and Goldie, Gabriel and I will be having dinner together tomorrow. So we're having, of course, arroz con gandules. We're having pork chops and we're having the Guineo con escabeche. I don't know if Lacey will make a potato salad. I don't think so. We never mentioned it because I don't think we don't need it. I don't think we need it with this. So this is what we'll be doing. So for the amount of olive oil, I'm going to be using 1/2 cup in a pan when I for making the pickling, okay? So I'm going to get rid of this and then we're going to slice up our red peppers. Moving this out of the way. And for the olives, guys, also same thing to how you like it. If you like a lot of olives, you add a lot of olives. If you want to use less, or if you don't even want to add them, don't add them. This is to taste. It's supposed to be in the ingredients, but you know there are things that people just don't like, so don't add it. But if you're having a family function, you should. You just take out what you don't like. Where are my forks? So you see, this is already in. I take out the black part. I don't like it. The charred part. Oh, this is a lot. So I'm just going to use a piece of one that's already there, and I'll use this piece too. And we'll just cut those into strips. I'm going to do the smaller strips. If you want to use fresh red bell pepper, you can as soon as you start stir frying, or not stir frying. what am I saying? As soon as you start sauteing the onions, you can add the peppers with it so they can soften together. And again, we don't want the peppers or the onions to be fried. We're looking for them to sweat out. So we're going to be doing this in a low flame, no, medium low. We're not looking for fried onions. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to pound out the garlic outside the camera because that's going to make a lot of noise, and the hubby's already sleeping, but oh well, he already knew what I was going to do. Guys, guess what I was forgetting? I was forgetting to add the milk to the pot. So let's go do that now. Good thing I just added it, see? So like I said, 4th cup of milk. It clouds your water, and that's okay. It clouds the water, but it'll stop your bananas from turning black. Okay? So that's it right here. We're going to let that boil. Like I said, for 15 minutes once it starts to boil. Keep your eye on it because it has milk and it tends to come up a little bit. Okay, so I already pounded this out. So it makes like a little paste. See that? So this, I'll be adding it as soon as we go back to the stove and start getting everything together here. Okay, so I have my pan ready. This is 1/2 cup of oil, olive oil. It has to be olive oil. I mean, you could use the other oil, but this gives it a different taste. So my pan is on medium low. Like I said, we don't want this on high at all. I'm not trying to fry anything. And the reason I'm making this now without the bananas even being done, because we need this to cool off before we pour it into our bananas, okay? So there goes that half cup of olive oil. And now I'm only gonna add our onions. Like I said, we don't want to fry them. We're just going to spill them everywhere. We're going to sweat these, okay? Just the onions. We'll add the garlic in a little bit. My stove is clean, so I'm adding these. And yes, I cleaned my stove. I knew I would be doing this eventually. So like I said, like small, medium for the 8 bananas. You can double this or even triple the amounts if you're having a big gathering with a lot of people. This is going to take about 5 to 7 minutes. So we're just going to be watching it. Remember, you don't want crisping. So if it starts making a lot of frying noises and stuff, you can lower your flame a little bit, okay? But as soon as these start to get translucent, we will come back and add our garlic. You do not want to add your garlic. I mean, you can, because you don't have it on high fire, but you don't want to risk your garlic getting bitter. So we're going to leave this for a little bit, and we'll be back. I want to show you the bananas are in a hard boil or rolling boil. You see all the sides? I know it's pinkish, but it's because of my salt. But that's the kind of stickiness that I was talking to you about. And this is the milk was gonna make the bananas not turn black. So here's girl, let's lower this a little bit. So our onions are already translucent. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna add the garlic. If you like a lot of garlic, by all means add more. Like I said, I only did 8 little bananas, so I only did 3. 1 big, 2 small. I'm gonna get the rest out of here. Oh, shouldn't have splashed that. Got greasy. Oh, example, look at that. See, that's spilled on my stove. That I just cleaned up. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, anyways, our garlic is in. And as soon as you smell that garlic cooking off, you can add the rest of your stuff, which will be, I use the same half cup for the vinegar. I didn't want to drink another one of these. It's halfway. And that's white vinegar, guys. Okay. We're going to add our red peppers and our bay leaves. Believe me, you need the bay leaves. It's what gives it that special flavor alongside of the olive oil, okay? Not lowered it too much. We need a little bit of some kind of action here. And if you feel like you need more pickled, pickle juice, remember to add your olives. Add your olives as little or as much as you want. I'm adding like 10 to 12. And a little bit of that pickling juice helps also. This is what it's looking so far. We're just gonna let that cook off. And if you have pepper, black pepper, the ones that are whole, you can add some of that. That's just for looks. Nobody actually eats them. But pepper is essential for this recipe also. So I'm using my grinder, which will leave it a bigger grind than using the one that comes, you know, the one that you just shake down there. Because you want to be able to see the pepper, okay? Pepper, of course, is to your liking. If you like a lot, add more. If you don't like it, don't add it. Or you should add it, but sparingly. So yeah. I could tell Lisa was cooking downstairs like a smart food. She worked today. Today is Saturday. By the way, I'm cooking for you guys, or making this recipe at nighttime. It is 6:41. Hubby's already in bed. No matter what, if he doesn't work the next day, he's already used to that time because he wakes up between 1:30 and 2:30 to go to work. In the morning, he works part third and part first shift, so he goes to bed really early. So I told him he was watching football day today and listening to music, so I decided to do it now where he wasn't going to be talking on the phone, blowing his nose, popping his bottles, or listening to his music, you know, because copyright. So now that it comes to a boil, I'm going to lower it down again, and now we're going to keep this on a slow simmer until my bananas are done, or at least for another 5 to 10 minutes. Just let the flavors marry all together. Oh, this is the time you want to take. You want to give this a little mix right here, and you want to taste it. It's hard to grab the flavor of it, of the salt, if it needs salt or not, because of the vinegar. But always add like a teaspoon, because believe me, once these are out, you're gonna need the salt anyways. And also, if you don't want to do it now because you're not sure about how much salt you would add, you can actually wait till you mix everything up together and then you taste it, and then if it needs the salt, then you add it. But let me tell you, that little bit I tasted tastes good because the pepper, because the bay leaves and the garlic are coming through beautifully. So yes, I'm just going to put a lid on this. Where's the lid? And I'll see you back in about 10 minutes after this. After these bananas are done. Guys, with my little kitchen strainer, what I'm going to do is take all of this off, all this nastiness. It's gross, see? All of that's coming off. That's as much as I can get until it gets thicker again, so I'm gonna leave it like that so it doesn't rise up. Just like that, okay? We're still waiting for a few more minutes. I already put a fork through, no, not a fork. I already took my knife and I poked one of these small ones. I poked right through where I made the slit, and it's still hard, so not yet. Okay, guys, so this has been on here like for 10 minutes. I had it on a slow simmer. So the main, not the mayonnaise, wow. So the onion is completely wilted, really soft. I could smell the bay leaves from here, so the peppers were already roasted. So this is good to go. I'm gonna shut this off and I'm just gonna wait for this. Plus we want this to cool off for a little bit, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it off the hot one, put it in the bag where it's cool, and let that sit there for a minute. I rinsed this to see if I would need to take off some more gunk, but we'll see in a little bit. Okay, so you see the slits? This is what I mean. The bananas are not black. The milk helped with that. You can see around the ring, you can see the color of the black of the sap or whatever it's called. So I'm putting a knife through it, and it is going through, but it needs maybe another 3 to 5 minutes. So we're gonna leave it there because the banana peel should come off easily once you let these cool off. So give us another 5 minutes and we'll be back to take these out. Okay, one more time to give them one more check. I'm gonna check. Oh, it was really open. Oh yeah, they're soft. Yeah, it's soft. So I'm gonna shut this off. I'm gonna empty out the water in my sink and just pull out the bananas. I will show you. Okay, so This is what I pulled them off with. I have a pair of tongs. And see how smooth and easy that peel will come off? My mom always wants to peel them first and then do this. But if you do that, you're going to stain your hands and everything. So this is way easier. I'm just putting this in a bag. And these bananas are nice and tan or yellow coloring. You want to do this with this, and you got to make sure that your peel comes off easily. That's how you know that it is completely done. And we're just placing them here carefully. You don't want them to break, although you will cut them into slices, but that's later. You want to have a nice presentation. And I don't know how much of a nice presentation this could be, because it is not a pretty dish. I can admit that. And by the way, the original recipe, you add chicken gizzards to this. Nobody in my family is a fan of that. Especially not Gogi, and he's the one that's craving this. I don't know why I'm making this man his cravings. I ain't the wife. But he calls me wife number 2 because I make his desserts. So, we're taking the peels off of this. Carefully. You do not want to get your hands burnt because these bananas retain a lot of heat. We're going to let them cool off at least 10 minutes so they can get a little bit hard and easier to cut, because right now they can fall apart because they're super soft. Okay? Yeah, you see? Once you finish mixing everything, taste it for salt, because I added 2 tablespoons and a half for boiling, but I can tell already that it's going to need salt. So, like I said, once you're done doing all of this, hey, I'm looking for one here and here. And there it is. Give me 10 minutes to cool this off, and we'll start dicing them, okay? Okay, so for those of you who know me, know that I am not very patient, so I'm going to start doing this. You want at least, how do I explain this? Like a 1/2 inch thick. Well, it's not focusing. Okay, so we're looking for at least 1/2 inch thick, and you want to add it to a bowl. See, you want it not to be soft, but you don't need them to be too hard, because since you will leave them marinate for 24 hours in the fridge, they are going to get a little harder on you also. So that's why you don't want them too hard either, because they're going to get hard. But I will be doing this for each and every one of them. And I'm just going to dump them in my bowl. And I will come back to show you the other step, which is just mixing everything. Okay, so I have everything mixed in my bowl. This is what it looks like. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our pickling veggies, which is the red peppers, onions. We have olives, black pepper, red pepper, and garlic. We're just going to pour this all in here. And guess what, guys? Guess what? I am not going to be tasting this, because this is not going to be good until tomorrow. Unless you do it very early morning and you can have it for dinner at nighttime. But look, 1/2 cup of olive oil and 1/4 cup of vinegar, okay? You don't need to have that much extra oil, that much extra vinegar. You just want it to be enough to coat. And still have some pickling juice, but not a lot. But this is what it looks like. For those of you that are wondering why I'm recording with this ring light, I don't know if I mentioned it or I didn't, but I am recording at nighttime. And I say nighttime, it is only 7 o'clock, but it is so dark out here today, and it's terribly cold. But now I'm going to put saran wrap on this. You know what? I should taste a little piece for salt. Let's see. Ooh, let me tell you guys, it doesn't need it. I put 2.5 of salt in the boiling water, and then I put like a teaspoon for the pickling, and then the little bit of the, what is it called? The olive brine, and it doesn't need it. It is perfect. But if you are salty, remember, when you eat it, you're going to eat the olives with it, so it'll still be a little salty. So just watch your salt, but it is perfect, and it tastes delicious. Still warm, but this needs to be cold. So I will put saran wrap on this and refrigerate, okay? But I will have another video for you guys tomorrow because Lisi and Gogi will be tasting it. Like I said, we're going to be having dinner together, so you will see the reaction or how they like it or not, okay? So thank you guys to everyone for watching. Thank you guys for always waiting on me. I hope you'll be watching for tomorrow so you can see if Lisi and Gogi liked it. I made it for Thanksgiving and Gogi liked it, but that was my first time making it and it turned out really good. Let's see if it turned out just as good this time. Like I said, saran wrap and just refrigerate. And I will catch you guys in the next one for tomorrow. Make sure. I promise that I will make you a video tomorrow showing Lisi and Gogi tasting it, or just all of us having dinner together, okay? For sure, guys. The hubby is very... he doesn't like a lot of things from my culture because I'm Puerto Rican, he's Mexican. And I know he's not going to even try this because I made it, like I said, for Thanksgiving. He never even touched it. I think he barely looked at it. But that being said, Lisi, Gogi, and I will have it. And we'll see you in tomorrow's video. Thank you guys. God bless you. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.